In the year 1162, between what is now Mongolia and Siberia, a ruthless leader was born who would become one of the greatest conquerors in history. Known as the King of Kings, a fierce barbarian, and the founder of the largest connected land empire the world has ever seen, his name was Genghis Khan. Together with his sons and grandsons, Genghis waged war on an unimaginable scale, and in just 25 years, the Mongol army conquered more land than the Romans did in 400 years. By the time of his death in 1227, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea, covering around 10 million square miles. Born in 1162 as Temujin, he was the son of a local chieftain and was said to have entered the world clutching a blood clot, a sign from heaven that he would become a great warrior. Temujin faced immense hardship early in life, with his father poisoned by a rival tribe when Temujin was just 9. After his father's death, the tribe abandoned Temujin and his family, as Mongol tribes followed only strong, respected leaders. Left to survive alone in the harsh steppe, it was during this time that Temujin killed his half-brother, who had been accused of hoarding food while others starved. This act allowed him to gain control over the tribe, and with the help of his lifelong friend and blood brother, Jamuka, he began to rise in power. Temujin realized that his small tribe in the vast steppes was vulnerable, so he sought to strengthen it by marrying into a local tribe. His first wife not only gave him a loyal companion, but also an army to strengthen his position. But Temujin's peaceful life was short-lived, as a powerful rival tribe, the Merkits, raided his camp, kidnapping his wife. Together, Temujin and Jamuka escaped and sought help from a local Khan, who agreed to aid them. With a powerful force at his back, Temujin retaliated, raiding the Merkits in northern Mongolia, where he slaughtered the tribe and reclaimed his wife. This experience helped shape him into the ruthless warlord he would become. The Mongol tribe, however, became divided due to ideological differences between Temujin and Jamuka. Temujin valued merit, promoting talented warriors regardless of their noble birth, while Jamuka believed only those of noble lineage deserved respect. Eventually, this divide led to a split, with Jamuka forming his own clan. 2 years later, Temujin and Jamuka met in battle, and despite being outnumbered, Temujin's forces used tactical brilliance, feigned retreats, and ambushes to defeat Jamuka's army. While Jamuka was betrayed by his generals and brought before Temujin, who offered him mercy. When Temujin found out what had happened, he was furious and vowed never to be defeated again. In 1204, the two finally fought each other in a pitched battle, which would be crucial for the survival of the Mongol people. Temujin's soldiers were trained in both archery and horsemanship, using these skills to deadly effect in battle. When the battle began, they used their bows to deadly effect, and cavalry charges helped demolish the enemy. Temujin then feigned retreat, luring his enemy into a trap where they were promptly slaughtered. This led to a decisive victory over his former blood brother, who fled from the battlefield. Jamuka was later betrayed by 2 of his generals and brought before Temujin, who offered him mercy. Jamuka refused the second chance Temujin offered him and was given an honorable death. Well, finally, the Mongols were unified under one leader, Temujin, who was granted the title of Genghis Khan in 1206. Genghis Khan soon turned his attention to the vast Chinese dynasties in the east. He knew the emperor would never allow such a strong and unified Mongolia on his borders, and so decided to take the first strike. Until they reached the capital of the north, now called Beijing, the city was one of the most advanced in the world. The city had 40-foot-high walls that were completely alien to the nomadic Mongols. To get into the city, Genghis Khan used captured Chinese engineers to design siege equipment and camped outside the walls, cutting off vital supply lines. This lasted for so long that the Chinese began to starve to death by the thousands, many turning to cannibalism. When the Mongols went to take the city, they met reduced resistance and were able to take it with relative ease. This led to a month of plunder and destruction that enhanced Genghis Khan's reputation as a bloodthirsty murderer and brought the Mongol Empire to new heights. His army continued west after the conquest, managing to reach Eastern Europe, showing little sign of slowing down. Genghis Khan died in 1227 during his final campaign into China. According to the secret history, his last words were, "I have conquered for you a large empire, but my life was too short to take the whole world, that I leave to you." He appointed his son Ogedei as his successor, hoping he would complete the divine mission. Genghis Khan was buried in an unmarked grave, with all those involved in his funeral executed to keep its location a secret. The Genghis Khan left behind a legacy that continues to influence the world today. Despite his brutal conquests, he created a diverse society based on meritocracy, where people were judged by ability, not class or race. His empire allowed for the re-establishment of the Silk Road, fostering trade and cultural exchange between East and West. Genghis Khan also offered protection for merchants traveling across his empire, leading to a period of safety and prosperity. This path was so valued and well protected that it was said a man could walk from one end of the Mongol Empire to the other with a gold plate on his head and never be attacked. This also enabled the spread of Chinese culture and ideas to the growing civilizations in Europe. Trade surged, and new technologies such as paper, gunpowder, and the compass made its way to the West, igniting the Renaissance just a few generations later. While there is no doubt that Genghis Khan was a cunning and ruthless warlord, it is debatable whether he was just an evil barbarian or managed to benefit the world in some way. Genghis Khan started an empire that had a wide and long-lasting impact on civilization in both the East and the West, the repercussions of which could still be felt today.